Welcome back to another episode of, I almost said the wrong podcast.
Yeah, you got all these jobs. You got all these things you're doing.
I know all these podcasts.
Yeah.
No, whatever she says with myself, Wax's girlfriend, Carla.
You say it right, baby. And I'm Wax, and she's my girlfriend.
No. So did we talk about that last episode with somebody?
It's always happening.
No, it's not. Happening. You're my boyfriend. Anywho.
Okay. It all depends on what room we in, and I see you doing great things. You in bigger rooms, and I told you I'm proud of you because I see you at the top of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I go see my son and he playing football, if he's on the bench, it's a problem for Wax. If I go to see you and I see you in like these things like called the clubhouse, or I see you doing, you know, anything, and I see you sitting in the crowd, and I'm like, my baby, what happened?
We'll talk about it.
But you out there on the front stage,
You want me on the stage.
And you want your man on the stage. You want when you be able to go somewhere where Wax be at, you want you to say, I'm with Wax, and doors open up for you. See what I'm saying? And that's very important. So, you know.
We're going to talk about it because we're going to talk about support in a second, how we should support.
So sometimes I am Wax's. I am Carla's boyfriend, and most of the time you is Wax.
You just had to add in there most. Anyway, Thank you guys for showing up again. I know you guys could be doing anything else, but you're here with us, hanging out.
Yep.
So I'm going to give a shout out to our Apple Podcast review of the week. So if you haven't yet gone to Apple Podcasts and left a review and a rating, this week I'm going to shout out Lobro91. Yeah. It says entertaining and deep. I was like, wow.
Bro, that's Zoe. That's my people.
Is it? You know him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it says, my family and I laughed all through episode 1. It was entertaining and educating. Love the Pass the Word segment.
Wow.
That's dope. I didn't know you knew him.
Blessings.
Well, shout out to you. What's his name?
Zoe.
What
up?
So it is Lover 91. Thank you so much. And if you want to be featured on the episode next and give you a shout out on the review that you leave, just go ahead and go to Apple Podcasts, rate and review, and then we'll be able to see it to shout you out the next episode.
Yes, do that.
You can do it too, babe.
I can?
But please don't.
Nah,
I won't be able to read it.
I'm sure we have enough reviews, man. Man, again, a lot of people hit me up on the Instagrams and stuff like that, and they like, yo, I really love this. You heard one of the reviews today.
I heard a review today.
You heard Speaking It Out.
Yeah, he really loved it. So I'm glad you guys are definitely enjoying it.
Yes.
So this week's like our pet peeve of the week.
You always get them.
I guess let's see how you feel about it. So this one is something called chronic lateness, aka always being late.
Showing up on time. Showing up on our time.
No, I actually cannot stand someone who's always late. So we've had these arguments before.
Her?
What?
You're always late.
I'm not always late. What happens here is that, oh my God, wait. I have no idea what you said. I can usually read you. Oh. Gotcha. You deter me. All right, cool.
Flow.
So it's like, how can you make sure you're on time? Somehow Wax can't be on time for anything. And I'll give you guys a perfect example. And I don't know if I talked about it on this show or before. I had 2 appointments with Jenna for waxing. This is when I first was pregnant, so my hormones were definitely raging then.
Jesus.
But it's because he does it all the time. If I'm like, hey, we're leaving at set time, he will literally start getting ready at the time we're supposed to be leaving.
So tell me an hour before, duh.
Okay, but I tell you the day before. I tell you 5 hours before. I tell you when we wake up. Why do I have to keep telling you?
Let me get my mind right, because now I'm thinking about, okay, how many blunts do I need to smoke before I go ahead and do this? How many I need to have on the trip? Baby, how long we going to be there for? So that means I got to have 2 more rolled, or enough to have 2. Who's going to be there? Am I going to have a smoke section? Am I going to be annoyed while I'm there? Am I going to want to punch somebody in the face, baby? I'm vulnerable now.
No, this is not right now. We have been together long enough for me to know. He gives me anxiety. He's not just late to things with me. He's late to the airport. Every time he misses flights. He misses flights. It's like he likes the rush of being late and trying to make it on time, and that drives me crazy.
No, I don't. I hate waiting for people. That's my problem. So,
everybody has to wait for you.
But they already going. They ain't really got to wait for me. I'm going to come and make sure I do my part of the fucking thing.
No.
That's see that video game over there? See that video game? Only thing needs the battery to go. I'm going to be the battery.
No.
I'm coming right on time.
You're never on time. You miss the flights and you do all that stuff. And it's like you're not thinking of others. So sometimes you have to think of others' time. So in this instance, think of me, not to
you
upset
always
me.
late.
No, we did a getaway when I was like 6 months pregnant. Like, not 6 months. I'm sorry, like 4 months. When we went to that hotel to the pool, we had just found out I was pregnant. Okay. Like I needed a break. I didn't feel well.
Sheesh,
and that day, y'all, I was like, we need to check in at this time. We weren't even going for 24 hours. It was an overnight staycation type thing. Yeah. We were leaving at 3. Mm-hmm. Then we had to move it to 4. At 4:00, he was still on a fucking boat and jet ski in the water. Not packed, not nothing. And I'm like, I've been texting you, hey, we're leaving in 30. Hey, we're leaving in 20. Yeah, baby, I'm coming. Baby.
I'm on
You're
the
lying
boat.
to me.
I'm on the boat and I got the water. I can't have the boat too close to the phone and everything like that. So
get the fuck out of here.
I put the phone to the side. I was actually doing things in the water. I'm sorry, baby. New boat, new things happen.
Oh, so I know somebody out there can feel me when I say it's frustrating to deal with someone who's constantly late. And this reminds me of a couple that I know, and they got married, and now they have 2 kids, and I really look up to them in their marriage. Because I think they're dope. You know what I'm talking about? Laurent, the one from the Bible study.
Oh, yeah?
And he talks about she has a chronic lateness thing. She's always late to everything. And he said that was one thing that he had to kind of just deal with.
Baby, I'm late with everything.
Everything.
All right, maybe.
Everything.
No, it's not
you're not late. So it's like if we have to be there at 3, he's like, it's cool. We're leaving at 2:59. And I'm like, no. It takes 20 minutes to get there.
You got to understand.
He leaves at the time it starts.
I promise you. What we supposed to get out of it, God made us go there at the certain time.
Don't bring God into this.
If we had went a second more, something else would have happened. We had left a second later, something else would have happened. We left at a perfect time. We got there at a perfect time. That's why we always get what we supposed to get when we there.
You high.
Thank you.
Like, I'm not taking that. Don't bring God into this. All right. We're going to move on.
That's what I got to do to have you shut up. God did it. God said.
Bullshit.
There you go, fellas. If you want to sit there, another tip, or if you don't want to have sex, put on gospel music.
I'm not going to stop having sex to gospel music.
You nasty. I ain't talking about you. Mine different, y'all. If your girl get horny and you over there act like you got to pray and praise the Lord and she's still filled up on you.
I'm going to be like, God made this. Yes, God made this. I like it.
Mine is crazy, but I just don't try to. I put the gospel music in my ears.
Whatever. You're not going to make me stop.
Lord,
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, nasty self. Anyway, so if I put gospel music on, will you leave me alone? Because I'm about to have this playlist going.
I mean, I don't mind. Listen, we just make sure it's Psalm up in there. I don't never mind that. Come on, let's go. But soon as it go off, the battery's going to go off. The phone going to die or something.
You're going to disconnect the charger?
Oops going to happen.
Whatever. Anyways, we're going to go into it's a new little tiny segment that we're going to talk about because we went to therapy again.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
I probably was asleep with that shit.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you about therapy this week, y'all. It was a marathon.
Because she's retarded.
Bull to the shit. So we went back to therapy, and I remember I was like, hey, do you want to go to therapy today? And he's like, I think we're good. We don't really need to go. And I was like, you know what? That's exactly why we're going. Because although it's been good for the past 7 days, we haven't really argued. We had like a little miscommunication that morning. Yeah. I was like, we're putting a Band-Aid on it. We're just like starting. So no, let's keep going. Let's keep working on it. Peace. So we're going to do a segment called From the Therapist Couch, right? Yeah. And from our therapist couch this week, I think there was one thing that I picked up, and I feel like we both had like a moment. Let's think about it. Let's work on this and let's learn from it. And it was the importance of it is not how you say, it is not what you say, but how you say it.
And you can say the exact same thing. So it's not more of a moment. It's a fucking duh moment.
What did she tell you about those words?
I'm sorry, but yeah, you're right. That's the negative way of saying.
Right. So I said it in a positive way.
So
No. So there's something that I feel like miscommunication happens in relationships with men and women, and it's because it's not about something of what you're saying, but how you're saying it. So we communicate perfectly fine on a regular basis.
Yeah, we peace.
So this therapy session, which was supposed to be an hour, and we were talking to her for 2 hours. I know.
Wow, shit.
Well, at the end, he's like, "I'm hungry." She's like, "I'm starving."
And I'm like, "Why didn't you give us no tea? You got tea." I said, "Give me some lotion."
He asked the therapist for lotion. He asked the therapist for tea. I was like, "Sir."
She over there like this, entertained, like sipping her tea with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm over like, "Motherfucker this, and you this." And she like, "You piece of shit, and you this." And cry, and then stop crying. I'm like, man, she's playing that pregnant card again. Oh my God, time for that shit.
First of all, I only cried once this time.
Twice.
I cried twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You was over there like, I'm like, I'm not looking.
I only cried one time.
All right. And then you were sniffing the second time.
I didn't sniff shit. Leave me the fuck alone. See, he gets me off track. Getting back on track to what we're talking about.
All right.
So we don't argue often.
Bless.
And there's a very relatable
bless.
thing here that I'm hoping that you guys get out of this. And it's the fact that it's not what you say, but how you say it happens during conflict. Mm-hmm. So when we actually get to a disagreement, it turns into an argument and then to a blow up because of the words that we choose to each other.
Yeah.
And I'll say both of us because we both react. I react with screaming. He reacts with words. So he uses these words like, "Let me dumb it down for you," or "Let me
if you don't understand what I said regular.
Or at that time, like, he could call me a bitch like on a regular basis, or we can like be like, "Motherfucker this," or "Shut the fuck up," and that doesn't bother me. But in the midst of an argument,
you
that
can't be
hurts.
treating me like that. That's what I'm saying.
In the midst, you shut.
Because I get
No, in the midst of an argument, when we use those negative words, and it hits different. It really hits different. So you know when you're with your homegirls, well, for girls, and you're like, "Bitch, I did this," or whatever, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Let your homegirl have done something to you, like
Right
not
up.
pay you, and be like, "Bitch, I didn't want to pay you." Now was a problem. Now we finna fight. So when we're arguing or having a disagreement,
I see what you're saying.
we don't even talk about what the problem was and how to resolve it, because now we're just upset and angry about the fact you call me dumb.
But you call me a punk ass motherfucker.
We're both working on things here, baby.
I'm like, yo, am I really a punk?
And I'm over here like,
like she seen me
am
get
I
punk
really
before?
dumb?
Like, what the fuck? Oh, so you be thinking about that shit, baby?
Yes, I'm like,
sorry, because I be in the back thinking about that shit. I do more pull-ups and shit. Like, who the fuck you think I'm punk? I ain't no fucking punk.
And I'm over here like, this nigga think I'm really fucking stupid, or like I'm not worthy, or like I'm not good enough.
I think you're amazing.
Right, but okay, what I'm trying to tell you is I know your intention behind it. So usually your intentions are not what comes out of your mouth. And why I'm still with you, and I told you this in therapy a million times yesterday.
Me too.
I'm still with you because I know the intent behind what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But boy, during these arguments and during this conflict, when these words come out, you don't know how to say what you're trying to say. So that's what we're working on now.
No, you don't listen to what I'm saying.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying, but you have to then change it up during conflict for me to be able to understand it.
Okay, couch. And this is her problem. Her problem is if I say something, if I do say, listen, if you don't understand that way, let me dumb it down. I always say dumb it down. Or I say
that is a trigger word
or
right
I
there.
say, you know what? I gave you too much credit.
Ooh.
I gave you too much credit because I thought it'd be easy for you to know when I throw the ball up in the air, just dunk it.
You're just calling me stupid. You're
I'm not calling you.
No, you are calling me stupid.
But the rest of the stuff that is supposed to be,
I can't hear it.
She don't hear nothing.
That's
but
sweetheart,
the mill.
That's not just me. That's people. Period. That's like if I come on here and be like, but your gay ass, and I'm like, but you're so amazing and bad, and you're gonna be like, this. I don't give a fuck what you said afterwards. You just called me gay. You know? So it's like it creates a mental block.
But who says that? That's out of control.
You're out of control for saying I gave you too much credit. You're out of control.
No. If I say it a regular way, like common sense way.
No, we already said this. During conflict, we have to choose our words wisely.
So you know what that mean? That mean if I got a piece of candy. Oh, no. This is if somebody come to you with a paper towel or some foil with some weed in it, would you take it? I'm still taking it. she's not going to take it because the presentation ain't good.
So
I'm gonna still take that. I'm gonna still take that weed.
He gave this analogy to the therapist, and the therapist like, let me actually change your little analogy up a little bit, and we're gonna move up. We're gonna move on in a second because this is what happens during therapy. While we were there for 2 hours and some change, this Negro right here.
Because I gave you a great analogy, and you keep on trying to better the analogy.
We pay for this motherfucker by the hour. And Wax wants to give fucking stories and stories that have nothing to do.
Listen, you heard that story just now, and you can relate.
No.
You know what she tried to do? Be corny and fucking.
I'm literal.
No, you try to do an analogy. She started trying to talk in analogies, so I had to listen to her dumbass stories, and I'm like, baby, you're not good at these shit.
No, I trust me. I don't do analogies.
You ain't do two. You ain't do two at the show. I mean, at the therapy.
Do you think this nigga thinks therapy is a show? This nigga thinks therapy is a show. I knew it. You're going there for fucking pure entertainment, you piece of shit.
She drinking tea.
We're bringing tea next time.
We need tea in a blunt. I'm gonna see if I can smoke in that motherfucker. Like, hey, you drinking tea? That's herbs.
Oh my God.
All right.
No, yeah. It takes forever because he has analogies. But also, I'm just glad that we're there because when he does go into his tangents of stories, and she helped me understand he's a visionary, so he has to tell all these stories. And I usually cut him off because I'm like, just get to the point, bro. But he has to tell me 10 minutes worth of stories.
I have for me to you don't understand common sense,
bro. I don't understand. By the time you're at minute 7 of your fucking story, you lost me.
She's a liar.
You lost
that
me.
Long.
You never. We were there for 2 hours. An hour and 25 minutes were analogies.
Listen, you just cut me off. You just cut me off, and I just talked about having foil and being a bad presentation, but it has weed inside of it. You like, no, too much. And I'm like, baby, you can get that, right? That's kind of easy. You don't like the presentation, but you won't even get the weed inside of it. What we all like because of the presentation.
100 of these stories, it takes up time. We're paying the motherfucker by the hour. Get to the fucking point of the feelings.
I told you I had to take a phone call, so I pay half of it or something.
He did. Then he took a phone call in the middle of therapy. I said, what the fuck?
I said, I'll pay for this shit. Well, hold on. Let me get this one.
Literally.
She was like, I guess you got to take it. I got to take this one.
Oh, and it was when he answered, he's like, hold on, I got to take this one. She's like, what happened? He's like, it's the weed man. I'm trying to
Hey, hold on.
I need to get the weed. And she goes, I totally understand. He's like, yeah, I got to make sure this weed gets stayed. It was hilarious.
I ain't home. You ain't leaving back with this shit. And I got to deal with her. There's no way. See, God equipped me for this. You know what I'm saying? He know that he's like, listen, put weed down here. We'll actually be all right. You'll be with Carla. You know what I'm saying? So,
whatever. So the topic of this week, moving right along, but that was basically that's what I want you guys to get. It's not what you say, but how you say it. And that's what we learned today from our therapist couch. No, I think we're definitely working, and it feels good. It feels good to know that we're on a path. It might not be perfect, and neither one of us are going to be perfect, but we're like working on it. So as long as we're working on it, it's going to be all right.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I think we'll be all right. The topic for this week is going to be toxic relationships. Why? Well, the reason why I thought about this, I was in a Clubhouse group, and we were talking about toxic relationships, toxic femininity, and toxic masculinity.
Okay.
So it was a deeper thing, and I was like, oh man, there's something we should definitely talk about, because I feel like there's times when we can be toxic to ourselves, to each other, to other people. Like it can be toxic. A toxic relationship with a family member or whatever, but right now we're going to stick to like the relationship itself.
Yes.
So there are 5 signs of toxic relationships that I want to highlight, and then we'll maybe like dive into one of them or two. And it's the lack of support for one. And it's that one's basically like,
it's very important.
Yes. So your time together has stopped being positive or supportive of your goals, right? And then in healthy relationships are based on mutual desire to see others succeed in all areas of life. Wow. But when things turn toxic, every achievement becomes like a competition. Okay. In other words, you don't feel like they have your back. And I've seen that before in people. It's like you do something, they're like, well, I did it better, or I can do this better. And it's like being in competition with somebody, and it's like you're not supportive anymore.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, that's so dumb. And I guess we can start it on here. And it's like, what does it look like to be supportive of your spouse or of your significant other? What does that seem like? What is that to you?
You know, just like when I had things that I had to do, I believe that you was a part of. Probably not in the beginning, but you became a part of things that you seen I was trying to be a part of and do. Um, you definitely need somebody to be an executor. You know what I'm saying? That's what you became in my life. So
execute your ideas and thoughts.
yeah. So that's how you became my supporter. You supported me on my ideas. And like, you know what? All right, let's make this happen.
And what I can and what I have the capability of. So if I know that I have the capability of doing it, I already know it, or I can try to figure it out, then I definitely try.
Yeah, that's why I have to play my part. Even when we did the boat, you was like, listen, listen. You do this part, and when you get it right, I know my part. I can play in it, and that's exactly what it is. I played my part. I made it to make sense, and he was like, okay, I could take it from there and keep on going. So right. Anybody else could be like, listen, that's all you. Fuck you. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I sure didn't know what the hell we were gonna do with that boat. I had no idea.
You stepped in. That means I know that when we go ahead and do another venture or another project, I know you'll have my back, and I know I got to put into a certain place, or like something like this. This is a whole project that we're doing.
Yeah, I took away. It was fear, and even right now, when we were thinking about doing this show, and you're like, I need more clips. I'm working on this. Is a little bit different from Shit I'm 30 for me. Because Shit I'm 30 is just me and another guest. Here, I'm working on this. We have 50-50 court. We have the producer. It's like a lot of different things that I'm trying to do different and still kind of trying to figure it out. So I'm learning new programs, and I'm like, well, I know I can learn it. It's just not perfect from the beginning. So, I mean, I'm a master at audio. We can get this audio thing down. But when I start adding other things to it, like video and, more produced shit, it becomes a little bit different. So I'm like, just bear with me for a second, and you're bearing with me.
Yeah, I'm bearing with you. Not being supportive, not jumping down your throat. You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah.
We'll be all right.
So toxic is when you're overachieve to reach this person's desires because they'll leave you if you didn't. Like, you mean that in like a lack of support? I was like, what? You must be high.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. All right.
And I want to show what that means on my side. And it's the way that Wax just supports me by just being there. So you from day one have been like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it.
Gotcha.
I'm being an entrepreneur. There's months, and I talk about all the time, there's really high months, but I'm like, whew, I'm killing it. And then there's months where like, whoa, do I go become a stripper? Like, do I go back to work? Like, things that pass your mind. You're like, well, how am I going to be able to eat or something? But I've never felt like I don't have his back in something. Like, I know if I have a bad month, he's there for me. I know that when I'm thinking about certain things, like, you know what? You're killing it. For no reason, he'll be like, you're doing an amazing job. Or I'm so proud of you. Or you want to do that? If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Like, we'll see what happens,
that's my job to build you up.
So that's what happens. And that's when our communication issues, what we'll talk about maybe in different episodes, we're going through therapy. It's like, I know his intent. He bigs me up. He's always bigging me up. He's so proud of me. And then when we get into these conflict, he says these words. And I'm like, damn, did he not mean what he meant, what he was saying before? I'm like, he's always so positive and bigging me up, and then now I'm like dumb.
No,
and he gave me too much credit, and
for this only situation.
I hear you, but
that's what we had to come down in therapy about. I had to tell you, you over here thinking it's all about all these whole situation. No, we're talking about this one situation. Let's narrow this in for this one situation. I think that you could have did this one situation better because I know you're smart. So if you ignoring that your smartness, you want to take your smartness out of this one, you're dumb now. You see what I'm saying?
You know
and
what?
I gotta do better. Yes.
You gonna do better with this shit.
I'm gonna do better with it, but I know you can do better than that.
You stop it.
But again, in supporting this, the things that I help her, Carla helped me do with your partner. You can't try to do things and put things out there for them that you know that they can't do. A lot of people will sit there and be like,
no, you should always.
Know their goals. I mean,
know their limitations.
Strengths.
You mean know their strengths and weaknesses, but it's like even doing the weaknesses, there's things that you might be weak on that I'm not going not to give it to you because I think you can strengthen yourself in them. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit and put you in the box and say, you know what, he's not good with that. I'm not gonna give him. I'm like, let's keep trying, and we're gonna keep trying, and we're gonna try to get you there.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna try to get you to be on time. No, I'm gonna try.
Get them alley oops. Get your partner alley oops.
Don't box your partner on their one weakness.
You're not hearing
or whatever.
what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You want things to roll and smooth. When things start rolling, then you start getting them add extra things to them. Believe me, please. If you start getting your right now, okay. If I sit there and be like, yo. I need you to help me work on this boat. I need you to get the hammer. I need you to get the nails and all this type of shit. I'm not going to do that to you. You see what I'm saying?
But I could do it.
I understand you can, but I wouldn't do that to you because that's not your strength. I'd rather you try to get the paperwork and stuff done while I can sit there and make this thing happen over here.
I hear you.
But that's all I'm saying.
It's your delivery. I'm telling you, because when you're over here, like if he can't do something, it's like, but let's go to the next time.
That's why I got to do a story.
I don't want to hear the story.
But thank God I just gave you one.
All right, we're gonna go to the next toxic trait, you toxic motherfucker. The next one is resentment. So holding on to grudges and telling them and letting them fester, and it chips away at your intimacy. So basically, over time, frustration or resentment can build up and make a smaller deal become much bigger when you're resenting someone. Yeah.
Eats away at y'all.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, have I ever resented someone? I think I've been resented before and I felt it. And it took away, yeah. Like you're doing something and it's like they resent you for maybe leaving, quote unquote, leaving them behind. Or you're like, you got to come on. Like, don't resent me. Just kind of get on the train, baby.
You better figure this shit the fuck out.
Figure it out or you're going to stay back.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yep, that quick.
I mean, I got to take you with me, but... You know what I'm saying?
Baby, I'll be right there next to you. Fuck out of here.
I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna still be like, come on.
Come on my ass. You look into the side and you turn around and say, come on, and you're like, oh shit, she's right next to me. So relax.
All right, tough guy.
This one's big, and I think we've probably seen this, and I don't think it's ever happened to me. I'm lying. But I've seen it to the extreme and other, and it's lost relationships. When you stop spending time with friends and family, either to avoid conflict with your partner or to get around having to explain what's happening in your relationship.
Yeah, that sucks.
Have you seen this before?
There's a whole lot of people and my friends and everything. I mean, a lot of people always had dudes away from me because I probably hear like, oh, he hit me. And then I see you with the motherfucker at the cookout. It's like, yo, I just had me go over here and smack the shit out of this nigga. Mm-hmm. And then now you making me see him play ball with him because I know he gonna play ball. And I got to play ball. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to not play ball because he there. You put me in a bad situation. Or now, you know you're going to go back to this dude. It's like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I actually have a quick story to tell on this one. I had a best friend, and I lost contact with her for years. She was dating a guy, toxic relationship. Sucks. I mean, it was really bad. And it got to a point where one time they were fighting. And there was physical abuse. And she calls me from a bathroom. That, you know, he's trying to break into the bathroom and all this stuff. And in my fear and my going, I picked up my gun, and she lives like 7-10 minutes away. And in my mind, I said, I have to go. I gotta go. I called the cops, but on the way I'm there, I'm like, I'm finna shoot this nigga because if he can kill her, you know? So I'm going at the same time that the cops are going, but who's gonna get there first? You know, if I get there first, I'm finna hit him up.
Yeah.
So when I get there, the cops get there at the same time. She runs outside, and I'm pissed, and I'm like, "This is happening." Well, she's like, "No, it's okay, nothing's happening." Yikes. And the cops are coming, and I'm like, "Bitch, if I would have gotten here before these cops, I would have killed them. You called me terrified, locked in the fucking bathroom.
And so you would have killed somebody for no reason.
And
because this girl's out of control.
For no reason.
Jesus.
And that made me
and y'all don't think I'm supposed to be afraid?
Don't put what shut up. That's not the point of the story, Wax. No, but that day I said to myself, until you let go of that relationship, yes, I can't be friends with you no more. You're an asshole. Yes. We can't be friends no more.
I hear you.
So we have reconnected since then, and I don't think we've ever talked about it. But yeah, it never became the same because I just knew, I was like, wow, this person can really put me in some shit.
Yeah, man.
And it's scary for me to know that I was headed to basically kill somebody.
Yeah, listen, I got 12 brothers. I got 7 sisters. I got a bunch of nieces, and growing up is like, protect your sisters and make sure, I mean, men always protect the girls and the kids and the women, you know what I'm saying? The women and kids. And somebody's like, Your sister be like, somebody call me a bitch. You go right and beat him up. But a lot of times, you never even know why he called her a bitch or what the fuck she did or anything. Yeah. So it's like, y'all gotta be putting the people in a lot of fucked up situations, so you cannot just be jumping out there of anything no more. So thank God we both grew up. Right. We don't just jump out on things no more, because we both could have been in a lot of fucked up situations.
I gotta think about before I pull that gun. I gotta think.
And guess who's going to jail? You. Duh. Psalm's mom in jail.
Yo, can you imagine?
Yes, because you're out of control.
Not anymore.
Thank the Lord. I'm praying on you. I pray on you every night. I'm telling you.
I pray on you.
You're a whole project for me, and I thank God for giving me your project.
You're a motherfucking project.
Look at your mouth.
Me.
Look at your mouth. I just said God. Yo, just be quiet.
Talking about I'm a project. Nigga, you the project.
No, you're the project. I pray you every single night.
I pray on you.
Well, thank God.
I pray on you.
Amen. Because I am getting better.
We're definitely praying for each other. No, I see him and I know he has his struggles and I know he has his worries and I know he has his stuff. And I'm just like, there's things that I just can't relieve from him. So when he's turned around and I'm rubbing his back, it's like I'm praying and I'm just like praying for him, praying for us, praying for our family. And it's like, I didn't do this before, so I have to do it.
Yeah, same here. As soon as you turn your back and fart, I be like, Lord,
you're rude.
That smell is a Lord help me.
You're rude.
Jesus.
Whatever. We're actually, I had something else, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to questions from our listeners.
What they got?
Yeah. So. And all in all, we're not toxic, just a little crazy, okay? We just love each other a lot.
I really do love you, baby.
We're different, but I want also people to look at this. And the point of, I say all the time of this show, is to see that, for people, you guys to see that we're not perfect.
Nah.
That we're not anyone's goals, because I know I don't think there's another man out there that can handle me. And my attitude and my mouth. And I don't think there's another woman out there that can handle his mouth and the way that he is. So, yeah.
I think we kind of perfect for each other.
Like kind of a little bit.
Thank God. If anybody else got to deal with you, I feel sorry for this motherfucker.
Whoever has ever dealt with you before, I feel sorry for them still.
Man, them niggas in trouble. You damaged all them niggas.
You damaged all them girls. Them girls out here right now struggling.
They fucked up. All these niggas out here fucked up over you. You don't even know it. You fucked all these niggas up.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It takes a motherfucker like me to deal with your motherfucking ass.
You know what? It takes a praying man with a lot of faith.
Amen.
That's what it took.
Knowing that God is going to work this out, because regardless of how you is, that God made her for me, and I really appreciate God, because she's amazing for me.
For you only.
I got it. I got
for
this.
You only.
It ain't enough weight for me. I throw on my back. I take it. Come on, Psalms mom.
Come on, Psalms mom. Shut up. Anywho, so going over into the questions that you guys had. These are these are a little wild. So this one says, I'm not sure if you're going through this right now, but this is a serious question, baby.
Talk to us, baby.
Be serious.
I got you.
All right. Would you date someone, back if we weren't together and we weren't happy, we were single.
Yeah.
Would you date someone that's good-hearted, wonderful personality, financially very responsible, got their shit together.
Sound like sex sucks. Go ahead.
But they're HIV positive?
No. I'm keeping it real. I don't want somebody who keep getting the flu. I don't want somebody who's like got a smelly welly problem with your pussy, like always fucked up and smelling. I don't want somebody with a fucked up bad toe. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up teeth, nasty titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their preference. AIDS is like a little bit more than it costs.
Okay, so there's a difference between HIV and AIDS. HIV is...
I don't want nobody with herpes. Is it more than herpes? A little bit more serious than herpes, right?
A
little bit more serious than the flu?
Baby.
Or COVID.
Well, right now people acting like COVID is worse than HIV. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They are.
They're acting like COVID is way worse.
Nah, they getting hit up and they say the pains and all that type of stuff is actually real. But I just try to stay away. I want somebody in the same place where I'm at. See, if I had HIV, I probably want somebody with HIV. If I had herpes, you only fuck with people with herpes. If that's what everybody stay in your realm.
Okay, so I think very different than you, because I don't know how I would react. I think this is a case by case basis, and how you would feel, how that person makes you feel, where you are in life, what connection is that you had, how they introduce this information to you. I think is really big too. Like
after 5 years in, you fucking
like how they introduce this to you. But I will say, and like, I've never done extensive research on this, but like articles that, come up when you read, maybe like Huffington Post or whatever.
Yeah.
The medications right now to suppress HIV are like very advanced. Which is how I don't know how they haven't cured cancer or whatever else. Like, there's a lot of money in HIV research, and they have that PrEP, which I believe is the pill that if you're negative, you take this pill and you can literally have unprotected sex with somebody with HIV and not get it.
Everybody slow down.
Wait, but it's there,
Respect.
What is there for? So if this person, for some reason, feels like the right one for you, and you truly believe this, sometimes God sends us somebody like in a package that we're like, what the fuck, bro?
Can I ask one question, please?
Yeah.
Now, if something happened to your person that you're with, that's different. But I'm thinking, like, would you go ahead and date, like, knowing? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Knowing. Because
No, I'm talking about, like, when we first go on our first date, they tell us, and would you stay there? Like, would you knowingly be there? That's kind of different than your mate telling you that, yo, I got this thing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of different.
Well, first of all, if my mate tells me later on he got this thing, that means that nigga was cheating, okay? That means he went and stepped out and got it, and now I'm going to have to fuck you up, kill you before AIDS does.
All right, so look how mad you are. Look how mad you are
like
for
what?
that. All right, so why would you date somebody? You know what I'm saying? You motherfucking contradiction, motherfucker.
Because
listen.
And I'm gonna
Let me say this real fast, because I bet you.
I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna show you this. You said if he got out and went and got this something bad for you, will fuck him up. But you wouldn't date with somebody.
And let me explain myself.
All right, so say if he went and got some money from a girl.
Can I explain myself why it's different? It's different because if you've been cheating on me now for a while, most likely you already gave it to me because you've been a dog.
Are you mad that you got it?
Hell yeah.
So why would you date somebody that?
Let me explain. Because you're giving me the choice. Yes or no. And also you're giving...
Yes or no, or should I let you give this to me?
No, because I just explained to you. You're not listening. I just explained to you that they have PrEP. Okay. They have things that they can take to suppress their virus so they're not contagious. There's all these other things, but you gave me the choice.
Yes.
If you're out there cheating, by the time you find out you got HIV... Choice. Man, you already nutted at me and gave me the fucking virus.
Yeah, you fucked up. That's
fucked up. Give me the choice. And
then, but listen, I dealt with girls before, baby, way back in the day.
Back in the day, like 30 years ago.
Way back. I was a kid. They said that the period, they didn't know they was on their period. And certain girls forget to take their birth control. So if they forget to take their PrEP and shit like that, we ain't got time for mistakes.
No, we take the PrEP. The clean person takes the PrEP.
Well, what if you get drunk and don't forget to take it?
What?
You never forget to take a birth control. You never forget to do something. I'm sure you forgot the fucking chiropractor. You see what I'm saying? So I don't trust you. You don't need nobody that need to take the PrEP shit.
Again,
you're not a PrEP person.
They ask the question, and I believe for them or for someone else, we get it. You're a big no. For me, my advice would be really if this person seems right for you and you feel like you're not the one that forgets the chiropractor, you got a good brain and you remember everything and you take your birth control on a regular basis and you're just like a very disciplined woman. You don't forget the
period. You don't forget I'm on my period, leave my pads.
Yes. So if you're that kind of woman or man, go ahead and give it a chance if you feel comfortable enough. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, listen, it's somebody's for everybody. God bless everybody. And listen, and I don't want nobody to think that I was talking bad about it. I just think everybody should stay in their realm.
Don't think.
No, for real. Everybody should stay in their realm. It's just like, it don't have to be HIV. It could have been herpes. We could just talk about something else.
And that
stay in your herpes realm.
First of all, I had Carolyn Tony on an episode of Shit I'm 30, and she is actually she's in polyamorous relationships. So she has different men. She has different boyfriends. And she has open relationships. And she's herpes positive. She goes to sex clubs. She goes to sex clubs. She wears a necklace that shows that she's herpes positive.
And do they all know it?
Yeah, she wears a necklace that says that she's herpes positive. She's very open about it. She has a book about it. She has a blog. And men that don't have it still have sex with her. They are still engaging in relationships with her. And
God bless everybody.
So there is someone out there for everyone. There's some people that say, you know what? I'll take my precautions and I'm worried because they do like her. They're vibing with her. So what I'm saying to you is check your vibes.
Cool people.
Check your vibes with this person. And if they're the right one, cool. It is what it is. But let's move on to the next question.
They asked me, am I supposed to lie about somebody else?
Just shut up. This one says, should I be responsible to help my husband with his child support from his child with his ex-wife?
Yes.
What?
We're one. We're one. I can't wait to marry your ass. All this child support is ours.
You got me fucked up.
Oh. So we ain't talk about this. We didn't talk about this on this motherfucker.
Hell yeah, we need to talk about this.
Hold on. So you're not gonna give me no money for my child support?
Let me call my attorney. We having a prenup, and this prenup is gonna say anything your stupid ass had before. I'm gonna help you take care of him. When he's with us, I'm gonna help you raise him, and I'm gonna help you love him, and I'm gonna help you feed him.
But you're not giving her no money.
I'm not giving her no money. I will love King, and I will all of that. But you think a dime is gonna go for that child support?
I got you. I got the child
support. So,
honey, but I mean, I got the child support. But if I didn't have it and it was fucked up, I was gonna have to go to jail and take it away from my
eat bread and water.
I don't get it. So I'm going to jail.
Huh?
So you saying I'm going to jail?
Well, why the fuck you behind?
I'm just saying anything. I just not saying if anything's to happen.
I guess I would have to see what happened. If you did some dumb shit to not be able to have it, then you're going to jail.
So you want to make sure. Oh yeah, we got to. Yeah, no. We figure this.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
We're about to figure this whole shit out.
Let's say like COVID happened, right? And you would have lost your job and you didn't have income coming in. Then that's something to say, you know what? I need to help you. If you did something stupid like went and bought a new car and now your car payment's too high and you can't afford the child support, you're going to jail.
That's dumb shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But why are you even with a nigga like that? That's retarded.
This was a question. So I'm trying to give instances as to why.
So let's switch this motherfucking shit around. Whatever the fuck it is, I'm still gotta pay the motherfucking shit. I don't give a fuck if you was out there and did some dumb shit.
So if I had to pay Alex child support, you gonna help me pay child support? Crickets? What happened?
It all depends. I mean, we could buy her some stuff.
Now you're stuttering. No,
it's different.
If I had a court order,
you gotta understand. Listen, you gotta understand. Look,
she heard us. Ayana's FaceTiming.
Yeah.
No, baby girl, he's not paying your child support.
Nah, I ain't paying child support. Well, you know what that is. Again, it's all on basis. It's all on different bases.
Yeah. We have our kids separate. We have to make sure we take care of them because we'll be taking care of them regardless. But if we are married, I do understand falling on hard times and helping out and stepping up. But it's not like I'm going to sit here every month and help you pay for this shit. Just if you're working, figure it out.
Not yet. Just because you have a great life, I can't do that for you. But if you're about to go worse than what we are, I can't allow that to happen. Because, again, we are one. And when you only as good as your weakest link. And if you're too weak, that's really how far I am. And that's why I be trying to tell her, woman, build your man up. It's not just about feeding him food. Build your man up in every way. Because when he walk out that house, he need to be strong for Yah. And he can't be a good representation for Yah if he out there weak and he don't have confidence. And you know what I'm saying? That type of things is very important. So build your man up.
And men, build your women up at all times.
Very important for her to know she can't go into them top stages if she ain't confident. And then when she get up there, she over here blah, blah, blah. Because she ain't confident. She fucked up with me. We argue in the house and the shit fucked up. That's not good. That is the worst.
When you are in conflict with your partner and then you have to go work or like show up somewhere, man, cool. You don't show up 100%. You're fucked up in the head. If you love this person, if you're alone, you don't get fucked. Yeah. You go out there perfectly fine. But if you really love who you're with, being in conflict fucks your whole world up.
Yeah, it's really not cool. So,
all right, we have one more question before we go to the next segment.
Yep.
And this one is, excuse me, I think this one's for you. Is a woman that smokes weed still attractive?
Yeah, I can still do that. Just as long as you ain't, doing them cigarettes and type of shit. I just don't like that type of shit. You know
how much weed can she smoke? So my father always made sure he dealt with women, aka my mother too, and the rest of the other ones that didn't really smoke too much weed. He let them smoke a little bit.
Yeah, but he was going to my stash is going to be a fucking problem. That's what I was about to say just now. It start being a problem when you start fucking with my shit.
So she gotta buy her own shit.
I mean, we can smoke. If you an easy smoker like me and you, I don't mind with fucking smoking with you.
I smoke every once in a blue
That's
moon.
what I'm saying. I don't mind. But if you start being a smoker and I come home and I thought I had that roach, or even, that's when it gets bad. When you fuck with my roach.
So would you date a woman 30 years ago if she was a full-blown smoker, 3 joints a day?
Yeah, if she supply her own and she supply mine and she know that this is what we all meet, I don't mind. It's cool. And she roll the blunts and stuff like that. Oh man, the shit is already rolled, and I grab some roaches too. And we both rocking the roaches. Or she got a fucking stash somewhere. Baby, I told you to get a stash from me somewhere. Like keep pinching a little bit of weed, or like grab one of them dimes or something and just hide it somewhere. So when I'm out and I'm like, yo, man, fuck everybody, and fuck everybody, crash the cars.
Like
and
Sundays.
I'm about to turn the boat over. And I want you to be like, baby, here go
like
your Snicker.
Every fucking Sunday.
Shut up. You know that Snicker commercial? I want you to pull up a bag of weed. Yes. Baby, I'm going to get on my knees right there.
When you're hangry? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to get on my knees right there.
Okay, I'm going to start not taking some of your stuff and putting a stash.
Just a little pinch here and there. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how far that go when you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even know what it is, and I just want you to read, and I'm going to see what I got. Lord, fall fresh on me.
Why are you like...
Be
what happened to my head?
My ears and eyes.
Where are my headphones?
So I can hear you and see.
Right here, baby.
I want everybody to know, listen, I am a sinner. This is, I'm not mocking God or anything like that. I just want everybody, I don't want to pass the word along. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something very dope to help these people that's in the same place that I am in.
What's your favorite gospel?
Who don't go to churches and stuff like that, and y'all want to listen to this. I think you can find the word in so many different places. So I think this is a great place to hear the word. Just, I ain't shoving it down your throat. Just something to think about. Be surprised. Hopefully it helps something in your life.
Okay.
What you got?
Well, we'll go ahead and go into Pass the Word with Wax. We're doing today Matthew 5:3.
Talk to me.
It says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
Wow.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Blessed is the poor in spirit. I think that's something that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to be poor in this worldly. And that's all it's saying. It's basically saying be humbled and be poor in this world. Because God said he don't want you to be worldly. And when you be poor in this worldly and you have more, you will gain more spirit, and you will have a place in heaven. God have a place in heaven for you just because it wasn't so worldly. So
I see on here it says that poor in spirit does not mean lacking in spirit. Be it courage,
yes,
the Holy Spirit, or religious awareness. Rather, it is that poverty is not only a physical condition, but it's also a spiritual one. So you can be poor in your spirit.
Yeah, you will be poor in your spirit. You want to be humbled. You don't want to be of this world. You know what I'm saying? You want to see
these rich people that are like so rich but so poor in spirit.
Poor in spirit. That's the last thing they would do. They said is probably do something with this. Cut it, but it's saying to find a needle in a haystack. Maybe I will find that again.
Is it
a rich man is
it a saying or in the Bible?
It's in the Bible. It said, put it up. It said. It's needle in a haystack. A rich man would never be a needle in a haystack or something like that, or be because and they saying that because a rich man always rely on himself, and you have to rely on faith. And when you start relying on yourself so much and all the things that you become your own God.
Okay, so
and that's something that you don't want to do. You don't want to become your own God. You don't want to do that. So. That's why it says it's so hard for a rich man to be able to come.
It's in Matthew also. It says,
what did it say, baby?
It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God.
Did y'all hear that? And that's what I was trying to say, and I'm sorry for not being able to get it.
No, it's okay.
So
it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God.
Stop relying on yourself. I don't care. Even God do bless you with the riches. He going to put on your heart for you to be able to pass that money and put that money in places where it's supposed to go. We only here, be humble. We only here for a certain place or a certain time. So, what I want you to do is continue. Ask God, bring your riches in. Find places to where the rich is supposed to go. I don't care if it's building up things. We're not going to be here. That money cannot go with you. Be humble.
Oh, man. You know what I just heard? Some people make a lot of money, right? And they like save it and stash it. And they don't want to spend it. And I was listening to, I believe it was Myleek. She's everything, an entrepreneur, the owner of Curlbox. And she said at some point she was making so much money, she wasn't spending it. And her dad told her, she's like, you better spend your money because you know what's going to happen if you pass away and you die? You can't take that money and we finna spend it.
Anybody else going to spend the money?
We're spending it. So 1 is spend it. 2, give to others. And 3, don't lose yourself into the love of money. I think, is it in the Bible that it says where the root of all evil is the love of money?
Yes.
So just be like rich in your spirit, you know, and don't, like you're saying, don't worry about the worldly shit. It's not gonna bring you anything.
The more world you is, the less spiritual you is, and less you of God. And the more worldly you is, the less of God. And what you need, that's what I'm saying. We want you to get into your word and meditate day and night and put more of God into you, less worldly, and you will have a place in the kingdom.
And you gain so much from giving. Oh my God. When you donate and when you help others and when you're there willing, like, to just give yourself
sacrifice,
bro, it comes back to you tenfold. And I don't think some people understand
that.
Some people sit there and like hog everything, information and money and like blessings, and you're like, man,
you can't receive nothing with a closed fist.
Yes, so we gotta hope them.
Can't receive nothing with a closed fist. If you got to keep your hand open, and that's for giving and also receiving. So if you got a closed fist, you can't even give. So now you can't receive.
Yeah,
and you can never be God given, and know that.
I love it. Well, that closes out our episode number 4. Make sure you don't forget to rate, review, share with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers. Send it to your ex even. Don't listen.
Hey,
send it to everybody.
Send it. Not send it to your ex. I don't care. Lord.
Oh, I'm sure our ex is listening.
Mercy. Well,
I'm not sending it
to him.
No,
I don't care who's listening.
Okay, that's just.
Lord, have mercy on her.
Oh, let's pray again. Give me a gospel song.
Lord, have mercy on her. Lord, have mercy on her.
One day, Wax is gonna sing for y'all. If when we get married, I should say when. He's gonna sing for me, but only the invited people will be able to hear it.
Yeah. You know, on Instagram, they got that close friends thing.
We're going to put it on close friends.
Close friends on your headphones. Only close friends.
We'll see you guys next week. And thank you again for showing up for another episode of Whatever She Says.
Yo.
Goodbye.
Bless.